Hello and welcome to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. In this week's edition, we recap the race cards from Saturday, November 16th and Sunday, November 17th. 19 races were contested over the two-day weekend race carnival. Saturday's feature was the United Racehorse Trainers Association Trophy, while Sunday's main event was the Asalfra Trophy in race number 8. We begin with race 1 from the Saturday card.
It's 1,500 meters. The first of 10 thereof. Lana Vicati comes out at the back of the field. Expeditious on the far side, breaks well. So too Bad Investment. They mix it up on that lead and vie for it. Sticky Don races next. In behind Sticky Don racing out wide. That's a Pharaoh. It is asked to make progress. Meyer is 3.5 to 4 lengths in behind. So Magnificent is the one running the rail as they lead the 6. Pro Johnny is a further 5 lengths back. Joined by Right in Flight. Just in behind those in the blue silks. That's a Thunderstrike, and a long way last is a Lion of Icati. Down the far side they go. They've left the 5 behind them, and they make their way now toward the final half of a mile in the first event, and Bad Investment has the lead by some 3 lengths. A Sticky Don chasing toward the outside and asked to make some progress. That's Expeditious as they've left the half mile and arrive at the 7:16. Pharaoh it is taking aim, needing to find 6 lengths to get to them. So Magnificent 2 lengths back, almost joined by Maya. A gap to Pro Johnny and Right in Flight as they lead the 3. Thunderstrike is next, and last of all it's a Lion of Icati as they go blasting past the 5:16. Bad Investment out in front with a good advantage. Sticky Don left 4 or 5 lengths back in second, but Bad Investment at the top of the lane continues to lead them a merry chase. Sticky Don down against the fence. Expeditious in the middle in the orange silks. Out wide that's Pharaoh it is, but they drive toward the final furlong. Bad Investment just on that lead. Sticky Don under the left hand stick trying to close the gap. Bad Investment holding on to a 4-length lead. Inside the final 16th, it's a Bad Investment under the pump and driven flat to the boards by Radish, the Sneaky Fox Roman. They win by nearly 4. Sticky Don is second. Right in Flight is third. Fourth, So Magnificent. Fifth, Expeditious.
So Bad Investment turns out to be a good investment. Claim for 550,000 on the 2nd of November and is brought back 2 weeks later, down to 400,000. So the connections opted to forego $150,000 of the claiming tag of 550 down to 400,000. So it would have been an easy assignment for Bad Investment here. And surprisingly, it was a 10 to 1 earlier preview time, 10, 11, 12 to 1, hovering around those double-digit odds, and went off at 9 to 1. So you get the Sneaky Fox at 9 to 1 to start your Regular 6, and that's a big start to Regular 6. 9 to 1 for Bad Investment, which turns out to be a good investment for us. Starting off with 1,506 live tickets on the Regular 6, 6.2 million plus in that net pool. So the Radish Roman fans are off with a flying start, and I suspect that we'll be getting Radish Roman and Tevin Foster all weekend long. So prepare yourselves for some fireworks.
Ruby's Light is in. 1 mile the trip. They're off. Town Star, Secret Mission, the slowest to get away. Rockola comes charging through. Blood Moon right there on the outside. These two share that lead with Rockola narrowly in front. Blood Moon coming back as they make eye contact. Queen Warner is 4 lengths in behind them. Seaplane racing out wide of horses as they head away toward the 6. Ruby's Light tucked in between Queen Warner and Seaplane. Town Star comes next, and Secret Mission struggling early, a long way last. They've left the 6. They're on the back stretch and heading toward the 5. Blood Moon just by ahead. Rockola right there hugging on to that rail run. A gap of some 7 or 8 lengths to Queen Warner as they leave the 5. Ruby's Light, Seaplane now begins to make a move. Town Star racing in behind them, and forget Secret Mission, hopeless at the moment. They're about to arrive at the half mile. They're almost there now, and the battle up front continues. A Blood Moon just on the outside by the flare of a nostril. Rockola against the fence as they lead the 7:16. 7 or 8 lengths back to Queen Warner. A further 4 or 5 to Seaplane now under the pump as the leaders leave the 3. Town Star is next as the field string out. Then Ruby's Light. Best Forgotten, Secret Mission. 5/16 of a mile to run. They're about to come into the lane. Rockola regains that lead. Blood Moon continues to attack, and Blood Moon picks it up once again from Rockola. This seesaw battle up front has continued the entire way. Watch Seaplane now beginning to glide against the fence. In behind them, that's Queen Vaughan, but they run the stretch. Rockola regains the lead. Seaplane now attacking on the inside, and Seaplane now picks it up with a furlong to run. It is Seaplane opening up 2 quick lengths. Rockola has no answers. Seaplane beginning to go away from them under a driving finish, and it is a Seaplane and Philip Parchment pumping away. Seaplane wins by maybe 4 over Rockola. Queen Vaughan is third. Blood Moon is fourth. Town Star is fifth.
So Seaplane gets the job done. Philip Parchment right in there for owner, trader, breeder Gordon Lewis, and indeed all checks go to Gordon Lewis. The winner's share, the owner's share, the trader's share, the breeder's share. So a big day there for Gordon Lewis with Seaplane getting the job done at odds of 4-1. A strong ride from Philip Parchment. Rockola second yet again. This is now going to be the 5th second place finish from Rockola in his last 6 races, and he last raced in July. So same thing for Rockola, just not able to get his head in front there. And Blood Moon clearly didn't see out the trip, was in a duel for most of the way there with Rockola before stamina took its toll, and Blood Moon weakened to finish in 4th.
They're off and racing. Althea misses it and is left at the back of the field as they head towards a 6 furlong point. Altogether on the outside, just the leader from Mr. Lee, racing back in second as they pass the 6. Right against the rail. That is a Bad Gal Khaleesi. Then comes Giant Vigorous, just behind them Attila. Recovering after that break and coming down into it, that's Althea as they pass the 5. And racing at the back of the field, the favorite Secret Sensation. They head towards the 4, and it is on that lead, Mr. Lee, about 3/4 of a length in front of racing in second. That's all together. They're 5 lengths in front of Bad Gal Khaleesi. Then comes a Giant Vigorous. Recovering and coming on, that is Althea, just on the outside of Althea, Attila, and racing at the back of the field still the favorite, that Secret Sensation. They're at the top of the lane, and it is Mr. Lee kicking away from this field. Mr. Lee in front, about 4 lengths in front of altogether. Coming on the inside, that's Bad Gal Khaleesi, but it is Mr. Lee beginning to come away from this field. Mr. Lee traveling impressively at the furlong pole with a good-looking lead, about 6 or 7 lengths, and looks home and dry from here. Mr. Lee in front and traveling nicely. Bad Gal Khaleesi down into second. Althea running on for third, but it's Mr. Lee beginning to pull away. Mr. Lee comfortably in the end. Matthew Bennett and Mr. Lee by about 10 lengths. Althea runs on to be second. Then comes a Bad Gal Khaleesi, and running on for fourth looks to be Giant Vigorous.
So Mr. Lee wins by the proverbial city block, 20.5 lengths clear in 1 minute 30 seconds flat, and that was his second appearance. The visor fitted, getting 2 furlongs longer from that 5-run effort on debut, where he was 4 by 7 1/4 lengths to Danka, Beautiful Sunset, and the Platinum Princess, and he totally dismantles the field. Matthew Bennett riding there for trainer owner Lee Clark OD, and that's a very impressive win by Mr. Lee. And how about Secret Sensation? Looked like it's another duck or dinner, and I told you about that incident earlier on the early preview show, where there was a horse some time ago that won impressively on debut, and after the stables were saying we have something bigger than that one here in town, and we waited and we waited and we waited for duck or dinner to make its debut. And it turned out to be somewhat of a duck or a dinner, because that one was nowhere near the stablemate, who was quite impressive when winning first time out. So this Secret Sensation appears to be something of the lines of a duck or a dinner, because it was said that Burning Hedge is quite useful, won on debut, finished third, finished second next out, and this Secret Sensation was said to be something more talented than Burning Hedge. Well, it appears to be another duck or dinner. That one broke last and stayed last as a short price favorite, and did absolutely nothing that was expected first time of asking. But we're going to make a note of that one for future engagements. Secret Sensation all the race today, but did not raise a gallop. Finished 7th and last.
He seems to be ready once again, and they're off. Social Mischief steps out at the back of the field. Vida didn't, gets that early lead. Irish Wish racing down on the outside as they make their way now toward the half mile in this quick 5 furlong round dash. And Irish Wish has now taken that lead. Midnight Galaxy toward the outside. Undisclosed location runs the rail. Pope's Lady in between horses. My Sunshine is in a line of 3 horses. Social Mischief now moving through them. La Vida on the rail. My Sunshine fading just in behind. First Grandson is next. And Design Diva beginning to pick up from the back of the field. They're coming into the top of the lane. It is Irish Wish in the center. Undisclosed location down against the fence. Pope's Lady racing in behind them. Midnight Galaxy in the all white racing out 4 wide, but now Undisclosed location points the headgear in front over stablemate Irish Wish. Pope's Lady now asked to charge up in the center, but it's Undisclosed location inside the final 16th. Dick Cardenas and Undisclosed location come bouncing in to win by 3 or more. Pope's Lady is second, Irish Wish third. Midnight Galaxy just ahead of First Grandson.
A mile upset win there at odds of 9-1 for Undisclosed location, but I'm not quite sure why that horse was sent off at 9-1, because the morning line odds that gave that one just 5-2. So I expected Undisclosed location to be much better fancied than 9-1. Preview time it was at 12-1, and Undisclosed location proved that that second place effort behind Prince Aman and 5 round would have been good enough at the fight at the finish here, and he was quite sharp today and found the lead a furlong and a half from home, and that was that. Pope's Lady outsped in the early going, but she got her foot in late, but by that time Undisclosed location had already flown the coop, and Irish Wish tried to make all but was outsped by his stablemate. And Midnight Galaxy, I thought that 5 round would have been on the sharp side for Midnight Galaxy, but this one was sent out the favorite. But make a note of Midnight Galaxy after working 6 furlongs in 1:13 and 5 straight in a minute flat. When stretching out next in town, you should see Midnight Galaxy being a force to be reckoned with. Live ticket count on the Twilight 6 stands at 35 with 5.6 million plus in the net pool. So we're going to be having a good payout in the Twilight 6, whatever happens here in the 10th and final.
They're off and racing. Unruly Don gets a fly on the inside, so it's Unruly Don. Prince Aman is rushing up on the inside, on the outside. Right there too, that's Amma. McEnroe coming around horses too. So it's McEnroe vying for that lead, and now McEnroe goes on to lead. It's McEnroe in front of Unruly Don racing in second. Then comes Prince Aman. Amma comes next. Then comes Zulu Warrior. And Sheer Delight overtaking Rosetta, and they head toward the 6 furlong point, and McEnroe bouncing easily on a 4-length lead, about 4 lengths in front of Unruly Don racing in second. Prince Aman is racing in third. Amma comes next, then comes Sheer Delight. Just behind Sheer Delight, that's Zulu Warrior, 5 lengths away before we come to Rosetta, Captain Sparrow, and marginally racing at the back, that's Brenda Boy. They head toward the 4, and McEnroe is still in front, about 2.5, maybe 3 lengths in front of Unruly Don, tracking intently in second. Watch Sheer Delight rushing down on the outside to go third. Amma is racing in fourth. Zulu Warrior getting closer, also getting closer and looking dangerous. That's Captain Sparrow. Brenda Boy is also coming on. Prince Aman left out of it and racing at the back of the field. That's Rosetta there at the top of the lane, and the Sheer Delight now has hits the front. It's Sheer Delight still in front of, still there and trying hard. That is Unruly Don. It's Sheer Delight in front of Unruly Don. Captain Sparrow is down there in third. It's Sheer Delight keeping on strongly with that lead. It's Sheer Delight in front. Captain Sparrow going down into second. Sheer Delight still in front. Captain Sparrow trying to get to Sheer Delight, but Sheer Delight is shaking loose of Captain Sparrow, getting closer. Sheer Delight keeping on from Captain Sparrow. That's the way they'll finish. Sheer Delight beats Captain Sparrow. Then comes Unruly Don. Brenda Boy, and back in fifth, that's Zulu Warrior.
Time now for a break on the Caymanas Park Highlight Show, and when we return, we pick up at race number 2 from this Sunday card, November 17th. Welcome back to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. We continue our recap with race 2 from the Sunday card.
And they're off and racing. Solano misses it and is left at the back of the field. As they head toward the 6 furlong point, We're Your Honor and Cheese Prado on that lead. It's now Cheese Prado that goes through from We're Your Honor on the outside. Zedai right against the rail, rushing down into second. Right there in the fourth, and watching them, that's 6th Avenue. Then comes a Sunshine Cat. Kingswood follows, and racing at the back of the field, Sam Solano. They pass the 5 and head towards the 4, and it is Cheese Prado narrowly on that lead. Zedai right against the rail, and Cheese Prado. These two are battling for it as they go past the 4. Then comes 6th Avenue racing in a third. Right there in a fourth, that is Sunshine Cat, 5 lengths away before we come to Kingswood. Then comes Slam Solano, and We're Your Honor pulling up out of the... Something must have gone wrong with We're Your Honor. That one is pulled up. They head toward the 2.5 furlong point, and it is Cheese Prado on that lead. It's Cheese Prado right on the outside. Here comes Sunshine Cat. Zedai is right against the rail. Then now Sunshine Cat looks to have pointed. Sunshine Cat on that lead. Zedai and Cheese Prado left back right against the rail and trying to come through. That is 6th Avenue, but it is Sunshine Cat still with that lead going down on the rail. Here comes 6th Avenue switching out wide for a run. It's still Sunshine Cat, 6th Avenue taking dead aim, and Cheese Prado also coming on. It's Sunshine Cat hanging on grimly. Here comes 6th Avenue coming down, and maybe 6th Avenue. Looks like 6th Avenue over Sunshine Cat. Then comes Cheese Prado and Zedai back and forth.
So the early double goes to Terrific Tevin Foster, and that's with 6th Avenue in race number 2, and of course Restoration in race number 1. And I got a text message earlier saying that it's going to be Terrific Tevin Sundays, and so far so good for the Terrific Tevin fans. The early double in the back for Tevin Foster. Didn't have a win yesterday. Radish Roman had a double, so that double has been negated already, and we have 7 more races to go. So the Terrific Tevin Radish Roman Sneaky Fox show continues here at Caymanas Park.
They're off and racing. That's a beautiful line. As a squeeze out of it at the moment at the back of the field, that's Little Maggie. Roman Princess, though, now goes for that lead. It's Roman Princess, just a leader from Chinita Estrella, about 3 lengths before we come to Princess Catalea. Just on his outside, that is going down, that is Undeclared War. Then comes Bomb Night, and racing at the back of the field, Little Maggie. They head toward the 3, passing the 4, and it is on that lead, Roman Princess, about 1.5 lengths, maybe 2, in front of Chinita Estrella. They're 4 or 5 lengths in front of Princess Catalea. Recovering, that's Little Maggie. Then comes Undeclared War, and at the back of the field, that's Bomb Night. They're at the top of the lane. Roman Princess, just the leader. Chinita Estrella now becomes a real threat on the outside. Chinita Estrella and Roman Princess coming on too. That's Little Maggie. It's a nice looking finish. Little Maggie though coming up the rail intently, and Little Maggie now snatches the lead from Roman Princess. Princess Catalea is also coming on. It's Roman Princess, Princess Catalea trying to get it's Little Maggie in front. It's Little Maggie. Little Maggie goes on to win.
So Little Maggie comes through at odds of 11-1, and the morning line odds I gave that one 7-2. And the preview ran 1 pace on last, but Fish of Fear second prior has little to fear from these. A brave bid is expected, and that brave bid was a winning bid at 11-1. And the numbers I gave before that race were 3, 2, 5, and 7, and the race came back 5, 2, 7, and 1. So you got the exacta 1,343. You got the trifecta 3,808. And so far today, the numbers I had given you for the first 4 races, you should be going great on all your horizontals as well as your verticals. So you got some exactas, trifectas, and you got the winner for the first 4 races in those 4 numbers given. And the early trip returned 1,071. And that triple we just closed on Lil Maggie returned 7,224. So your verticals and your horizontals, you should be going good so far on the Sunday card.
They're off. D-Bay Machine squanders it at the start. Oh my gosh, right there toward the back as D-Bay Machine overtakes the trailer. Oh my gosh. Galloping de Villaz has grabbed that lead, tracked by Kensia 3 parts of a length down. Radam watches them from third, possibly 5 off that lead. Military Light races next as they flash past the 5. Legend of Zara, they're stringing out. Linstead Market toward the back. D-Bay Machine, and last of all, it's oh my gosh. They come toward the half mile. They're going into that turn. Galloping de Villaz galloping out in front. Kensia a length and a long tail back as they slip past the 7:16. Radam de Grey now asked to sneak closer, cutting the corner. Military Light on the outside in the yellow silks. Legend of Zaro in the green with a red cap. 7 lengths off that lead. Linstead Market, D-Bay Machine now asked to pick up and forget. Oh my gosh, as the field will come into the top of the lane. Galloping de Villaz continues to show them a clean pair of heels. Radam now unleashed. That's the grey and the yellow cap. Military Light has to shine on the outside, but it is still Galloping de Villaz out in front. The rider now becoming a busy man as Radam is cutting into the lead. It's Galloping de Villaz by 2.5 to 3 lengths and continues to hold it as 16th to run. Galloping de Villaz out in front under O'Neill Mullings, and Galloping de Villaz will take the 5th by nearly 3. Radam is next. Military Light is third. D-Bay Machine is 4th.
Galloping de Villaz, that one made a gate-to-wire performance there at odds of 17 to 1. Only Money's riding for trainer Ian Passard that own a PJK team. Back-to-back upset wins. We had 11 to 1 in race number 4 with Lil Maggie and 17 to 1 in race number 5. And that is indeed a whopping double, 12,546 for the double. And we had a lone winner of the Quick 4. Congratulations to the lone winner of the Quick 4, 1.482 million in dividends there, and a big triple payout as well. So it's upset Sundays. It started off to be terrific Sundays with Tevin Foster taking the first double, and things have really gotten bumpy thereafter.
They're off. First start, almost perfect. Adara gets a quick run on that lead. Himaya chasing 3 parts of a length down and ridden to stay close. Awesome Line moving by horses to get third. Battle Angel backing out, joined by Francis as they leave the 5. And she's adorable at the back of the field as the half a dozen runners make their way now toward the half mile. Adara guides them along. Awesome Line now moving through to challenge, just 3 parts of a length down. Francis is racing on the outside in a handy spot. Himaya has faded a bit toward the back of the field. That's She's Adorable now overtaking Battle Angel, but maybe 6 or 7 lengths covers the entire bunch, so it's still wide open as they're about to arrive at the 5/16th. Adara attempts to go all the way. Francis now breathing down the neck of the leader as they come thundering into the top of the lane in the orange silks. Awesome Line is out wide. Himaya the Grey now stoked up for more run, but down the stretch toward the 3/16th. Adara hanging tough and battling on. Francis pulling alongside. Eye contact made, and the war wages on as they leave the furlong pole. It's Adara on the fence. Francis on the outside gets the better of him. And inside now the final 16th. It is Francis just the leader. Adara trying to rally but can't. Francis will take the Flossie McNeil Memorial Cup by almost 2 lengths over Adara. Then Battle Angel and Himaya.
The Flossie McNeil Memorial Cup goes to the favourite Francis. Dane Dawkins riding forward with trainer Richard Azan and Onanaya. And indeed, that's good form going for Dane Dawkins and Hall of Fame trainer Richard Azan, as they have had multiple wins in recent weeks. So Francis delivers the goods there, as expected, in the Flossie McNeil Memorial Cup. Second went to Adira. Third was Battle Angel. The numbers I gave you, they were 5, 1, 3, and 6. And the race came back 5, 1, 3, and 2. So another good race there as far as the numbers are concerned.
They're often racing, just missing it a bit and racing at the back of the field. That is a Super Alex. Rushing through to take that lead, it is Legit Boss. Legit Boss in front of California Gold Racing in second. Right there in third, that's Easy Peasy. Then comes a Provocativa. Coming between horses, that's Barnaby. Right against the rail, that is Princess Sylvia. Just behind that one and overtaking Super Alex, that's Money Monster. Then comes Rani Bangala and racing at the back of the field, Mr. Senator. They head towards the 4, and Barnaby now takes control, about 2 lengths in front of racing in the second. That is California Gold. Hunting up and coming around, that is a Money Monster. Also there, Easy Peasy in the and Provocativa. Then comes Princess Sylvia. Behind that one we have a recovering, that is Mr. Senator. Super Alex, and left out of it at the back of the field, Legit Boss Barnaby turning it on them. It's Barnaby in front, about 6 lengths in front of racing in second, Money Monster. Racing back in third, that's Easy Peasy, Provocativa, and Mr. Senator. But Barnaby on it looks to be on an afternoon stroll in the Alsafra. Barnaby and Omar Walker turning it on. Barnaby by double digits. Very easy in the end. Barnaby, Money Monster is second. Then comes Mr. Senator, Rani Bangala, and Super Alex back in fifth.
Well, I had my popcorn as well as my 3D glasses on, and I must say that that was an impressive display of talent by Barnaby, making his much anticipated, long-awaited local debut. And 57 kilos, 17 lengths, 131 flat for 1500 meters send signals to the already well-established multi-mile contenders. So Barnaby has now thrown his hat in the ring, so to speak, and that was an auspicious local debut. So look for Barnaby 3 weeks' time in the multi-mile, and I'm quite confident that Anthony Baba Nunes will tighten the screws a bit more on him for the big assignment, the $250,000 US multi-mile, the 7th of December. So Barnaby, he's indeed in the equation.
Another exciting weekend of racing comes to an end with very good performances over the 2 days. An impressive display from the foreign invaders who are going through their dress rehearsals for the big multi-mile clash on December 7th. Most notable was the highly touted Barnaby, a US-bred 3-year-old colt who dismissed a quality field to finish with a jaw-dropping 17 lengths win margin in the Race 8 feature event on the Sunday card. This has been another edition of the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. See you next time.